Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. B&M is a Swiss manufacturer and today we will talk about them. This is the B&M pros and cons. So we're going to kick things off with a pro. So pro number one is the consistency, not including their new models or coasters. So basically, what I mean by consistency is like, when a park orders invert, they know it's going to work, and they also know that the public is going to 99% sure love it. And that is just something that you can't surpass. But the first con is a much bigger issue, which is the B&M Rattle. Where do I start with this? So basically, I'd say every coaster since 2019 has been pretty rough. Yeah. For example, Emperor at SeaWorld is very rough. I've experienced it, and it's also very boring. You don't know where it places in my coaster ranking, but you won't find that out till my video that comes out about 3 months from now. And anyway, yeah, it's crazy how rough these new B&Ms can be. I also can give this example to Phoenix Rising at Busch Gardens Tampa, Penguin Trek at SeaWorld, and I can also give this example to probably Iron Menace at Dorney Park. Also, I can probably give this example to Wrath of Valshassa. How did I not say that right? I thought I always said that right. Well, yeah. Anyway, you can give that to their new dive coaster, Wrath of Valshassa at Six Flags Great America. It's still a crazy intense ride, but I think that is going to be one of the roughest coasters. So, yeah. Pro number two is their old models, probably since 2015, do age extremely well. Like, I heard that Kumba at Busch Gardens Tampa rides like it's 1 year old, and that Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa rides like it's 1 day old, which is crazy. They have like no hint of roughness in there, which is crazy how well old B&M did. I feel like if they can address the B&M Rattle, then they're going to be like one of the top dogs again. Yeah, so con number two is the lack of airtime. I mean, this doesn't include their B&M Hypers. Like, they need more ejector airtime, I'd say. Yeah, they need more ejector airtime, their B&M Hypers do, and then, like, their looping models, you have so many positives and no negatives to contrast that. So, which is crazy. Yeah, they need more airtime. If the owner of B&M or the layout designer of B&M is watching this, please put more airtime in your coasters and please fix that rattle as soon as possible. It would help so much, and I heard they're already doing that, which is great. But anyway, our next pro, number three, is most of their old school models are just so intense. Like the Batman clone is already super intense. Like, it whips you around side to side. It tries to rip your head and feet off. Like, I don't know how that's legal. Yeah, it's crazy how intense these models can be. And also, Kumba is a positive machine, I heard. And yeah, it's crazy. Also, one more thing, this is positive for New Age B&M. Wrath of Valshassa is like super intense, I heard. So yeah, ride in the front row, I heard. And in the middle row, and you'll be fine. So anyway, the third con is they won't branch out. Like, they only have their key models. For example, I'm going to try to name them all. The B&M Hyper, which is similar to the B&M Giga, and they also have the B&M Invert, the B&M Sit Down, the B&M Stand Up, the B&M Floorless. That's not many models. You also have a wing coaster and a dive coaster, and that's it. It's crazy. I heard, but, well, at least for wing coasters, you can make it into family models like Legoland, Germany, or Chessington Worlds of Adventures in the UK also, which is cool. Yeah, so that brings us to our fourth pro, reliability. So these models are extremely reliable, like more often, like I'd say probably they're down 5% of the time, which is crazy compared to some other stuff that won't work, like X2 at Magic Mountain. That just won't work. And I would be definitely angry and sad if they closed that, but it wouldn't be a huge deal because you still have Twisted Colossus, Tatsu, West Coast Racers, Full Throttle. That's an amazing line. Yeah, but anyway, let's not get off topic. Yeah, so their coasters are extremely reliable, and the best thing about this is it extends to the modern day. The coasters are still extremely reliable unless they're doing maintenance to make it smoother, which is also great. So anyway, that's enough for a pro. Now for con number 4, OTSRs. I mean, like, all their old school models leading up to like the 2010s had the OTSRs, then they switched to the vest restraints, which were even worse. Yeah, so it's crazy how bad those are. The OTSRs are fine if it isn't rough. Imagine if they did have those on, for example, their new age coasters, then it would just be head banging fest. Yeah, you don't want that. And anyway, our next pro number 5, is the capacity of all their models. I'm pretty sure all of their models that are not shell coasters, like the family ones at Chessington, that have over 1,000 people per hour, which is crazy. So that's just crazy on its own. Yeah, the capacity is crazy, and that also means that most of the time these coasters won't have more than a 30-minute wait. Like Tatsu, I think has 1,600 people per hour, which is crazy. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, their capacity is insane. But the next category is a con, and that is the vest restraints, even worse than the OTSRs. Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's better they have the vest restraints now on coasters like Wrath of Ratshasa at Six Flags Great America, because that can really kill you, like try to rattle you to death. And anyway, yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess it's for the better that they have them now because their coasters are so rough, but everyone would appreciate it, B&M, if you just switch to lap bars on all of your models except the surf coaster, which probably vest restraints would be the best. Yeah, so anyway, pro number 6, the final pro of this video, is they easily work with the chains that hire them. So basically what I'm talking about is Raptera at King's Dominion. That's the first time I've mentioned it on this channel, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this just has everything right with theming. You have like remnants of the old Volcano the Blast coaster. You have it's literally themed to Volcano the Blast coaster, but like 2.0, and like Volcano the Blast coaster is ancient, and then now you have Raptera to like avenge it, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, their theming, yeah, they can very easily work with other chains. Also, I heard like Penguin Trek has a great pre-show, which is crazy. And then that brings us to the final con. New coasters will ride like they are 20 years old. What I mean by this is Wrath of Ratshasa. I heard it rides like it's 30 years old, which is exaggerated. Penguin Trek, I heard, rides like it's 25 years old. They're all pretty bad. Imagine what these would be like in 30 years if they don't retrack it and fix the B&M Rattle. And that is all I had to say for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like content like this, then please consider subscribing and sharing this with a friend that you think might like it. Anyway, bye, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be Six Flags New England vlog.